this has been one of the worst years for beetles and cucumber beetles, for potato beetles. We have been inundated, and it has been really hard to keep up on all of them. Our potatoes have suffered tremendously. Even with me coming in and picking them off, they just were so bad. So look. And I squish them, feed them to the chickens when I can, and still just really, really, really bad with the pests this year. Unfortunately, because of that, I don't really think I'm going to have success on my potato seed experiment, my true potato seed experiment, because of the immense issues that we've had with the pests. However, I am still going to attempt to save at least the potatoes themselves, even if I don't end up with seed, and I will purchase seed from someone else. Okay. So this is wet. I don't normally like to dig when it's wet, but it's going to rain a lot this week. So let's see what we ended up getting, if we got anything. Oh, we did, from this true potato. Nice colors. Like a purple, magenta. We'll have to see what they look like on the inside after they are dried out. Okay. I'm kind of wondering if the true potatoes mostly just grow a few tubers, and then you have to grow those tubers out the next year to see what kind of harvest you'll get. I'm wondering that, because for both plants we didn't really get a lot, and it seems to me like that might be the case, that you don't get a whole lot of potatoes. They look good though. Nice colors, nice potatoes there, but not a lot. Okay, so this is the harvest from number 12 of our true potato seed experiment. I'm starting to wonder with true potato seeds if the harvest is small from the seed itself, because it doesn't have enough time to grow a lot of potatoes coming from a seed. I'm curious about that, and so I'm wondering if your expectation is that you're going to get a small amount of harvest, and that the point is to then grow the potato itself that you've made the next year, and then you should get a better harvest from that potato. So we'll see. We'll continue to experiment. So let's do the third plant, see what we get, and we'll go ahead and compare the three types of potatoes. So this one's still sort of not, it's not completely dead, but I don't know how much more growing it's going to do either. I'm not seeing anything on the top part, so I don't know. I'm not sure what this particular potato is doing. If there are a bunch of potatoes at the bottom, but it's still, because there are none at the top that I can see here, and it's still the stem is dying, but oh, I see something. Hold on. A little tiny thing going on there. Looks like it's a purple and white potato. I don't want to keep digging through in case they're still kind of going. So I think this third one, even though the potato is dying down, we'll just leave it until the top is all the way dead for the most part. And see, I'm gonna guess most of the potatoes are down at the bottom. Okay, so this was from the first plant we harvested. This is the second plant. And this little tiny one is the third plant. All three are purple, but are they all purple in the inside? Wow, that one's fascinating. I hope that one does grow. That's the third one. And okay, it's a little bit white, mostly purple on the inside. And oh, also sort of white. So they're all basically similar. They're a little bit of white, a little bit of purple on the inside. I did save the seed from a purple potato, and I think the plan is going to be to definitely buy seed elsewhere so I get a much larger diversity. I definitely, even if I do get some true seed, I'm going to order some true potato seed from online, and I'm going to start my seed from those because I would like to get more diversity. That's, I think, a part of the issue to start with. I am only growing 1 or 2, 3 this year types of potatoes, and I think it's not enough diversity to get like a huge amount of, you know, varying types of potatoes and colors and resistance. So I think we're going to continue this experiment. I am going to regrow these because the color's interesting. The color's really interesting on this one. It's like a white with a little bit of purple on the inside. So I'm hoping that this one does grow. I'm going to grow these out next year. I'm going to save these seeds and wait for them to sprout. They will probably, and if they don't sprout, then they don't sprout. But if they sprout, I will go ahead and start to grow them and attempt to get some potatoes earlier in the season. And we'll go from there.